just in terms of the nature of the project itself and selecting a particular topic, then I thought that I should do this very often. And when one goes to the temple, he said, well, if you'd like to talk about this, say whatever you like. And oh, and I didn't notice the door either. So, this Srila Prabhupada had wanted his followers, not his disciples, but his followers, to because it was the heritage of Gaudiya Vaishnavas to write literature. In the same way that Vyasadeva is meant to be the only author of transcendental literature, Srila Prabhupada didn't envisage that he was the only one who should write. In fact, he said all of you. He said you should all write. And the primary purpose of writing is for oneself to be Krishna conscious. It forces us to actually focus on whatever the topic may be, to really study well and to be able to vocalize actually that which you want to express. Because as Srila Prabhupada says, you can say any damn thing, but when you write it down, you can't get around saying, I didn't say that. Once it's written down, you said it, and people have evidence of what you said. So in the same way, when one writes, then you have to make sure that what you write is, well, we use this word transcendental literature, and even it may not be transcendental from the point of view of the author being transcendentally situated, but the subject matter is Krishna. And one should avoid making mistakes when one's writing. And for that, one needs to know what one's talking about. And that kind of absorption, study, is what's called bhajan. So for us, and you've heard about this with bhajan. Bhajan means, Krishna says, bhajate mamananyabhat. So bhajan means to actually worship Krishna with deep absorption. And worshiping Krishna with deep absorption can be done in many different ways. That's the bottom line. How you do it can be through shravanam, can be through kirtanam, it can be through smarana, it can be through chanting, it can be through hearing, it can be through remembering. Very often in traditional Vaishnava circles, and particularly those that we tend to refer to as the Babajis, they emphasize smarana as the means of bhajan. In other words, to really be absorbed in remembering Krishna's pastimes. And that's smarana that's done in tandem with chanting Hare Krishna. It's also possible to just sit and close your eyes and remember Krishna. That really requires purity of heart. And in this day and age, because our method of self-realization is Yajnaya Sankirtana, and Sankirtan is chanting Hare Krishna. Therefore, all activities are meant to be done in connection with chanting. And similarly, the smarana, or this remembrance, it's also meant to be done with that. So, if someone wants to actually remember Krishna's pastimes and has the inclination, the ability do so, then one can do that by chanting. Generally, chanting means that you do it by chanting japa, right? Chanting grounds. However, there's other means of being absorbed, and we saw how Srila Prabhupada, although he would spend very little time just himself in solitary bhajan or remembrance of Krishna, he spent a lot of time in two types of other bhajan. One was when he was actually speaking to others about Krishna, what we call preaching. Preaching is also bhajan. And that was when you're absorbed in glorifying Krishna to others. You're naturally remembering what you're hearing, at least you should. If you don't, if you don't hear what you're saying, then you don't. At least you got a split personality. So one should be able to hear oneself, and Prabhupada would say that, because when you glorify Krishna, you must be hearing what you're saying. So you're reminding yourself about Krishna, but simultaneously reminding others. So that's even superior. And the other way of glorifying Krishna that Srila Prabhupada did was that he wrote. Srila Prabhupada would rise very early in the morning, and early in the morning, you could say late at night, perhaps 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock. And until he went to take his morning walk, he would write. He would give his Bhaktivedanta commentaries, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhagavad Gita, and books. And in those, he would glorify Krishna. So that's bhajan. And bhajan is done not only in order to become perfect, but if someone attains perfection, then they still continue to do the same thing, because that's what a devotee's business is. Satatam kirtayantam. So always glorifying Krishna. The definition or the nature of a Vaishnava is that that's what he does. He glorifies Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada really wanted us to all do this type of glorification of actually writing. For instance, one type that many devotees have experience of here in Scotland is also and elsewhere is preaching, is going out, particularly glorified Krishna in sort of a very super form, getting people to purchase books. By the fact that they get books means that they actually have the opportunity to also then get absorbed through hearing. And that's one type of bhajan, definitely. As I mentioned earlier, Prabhupada wanted us to do this. He wanted us to actually, that you all write. And not just write, but Prabhupada wanted us to do it daily. What? Well, that's up to you. There's unlimited, especially in our modern world. It's not even called modern world, it's called postmodern world. We're living in a postmodern world where communication is instant, and everyone who's no one, let's think of everyone who's someone, has got something to say. So like everyone's on the internet, everyone's got an opinion about everything, they immediately put it out, and it almost seems like some people, I don't know, must get paid for it, because there's so much time to be expressing their opinions on so many things. So there's a phenomenal communication going on. The value of maybe something else, what the benefit of all of it is, but there's a lot of communication going on, a lot of need for actually rapid communication, and in a lot of cases, devotees aren't necessarily there. By comparison to the number of websites and blogs and communicates so many other media in which all different types of knowledge or information is being made available. Comparatively speaking, Krishna consciousness is not yet caught up.